What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Strike Up Beer podcast. I'm RD, flying solo tonight on this beautiful Sunday evening here in North Texas. It rained pretty much all weekend, but temperature rose up a little bit. Rocking like, I don't know, 50 degrees outside, almost 60, I think, today. So absolutely gorgeous. Tonight, nothing too fancy. Nothing, we're just going to go with Guinness. A little Guinness Stout. This is from my little Texas pack, or what do we have? So it's brewed in Dublin. What else we got? This is 14.9 fluid ounces. You can hear that little nitrogen ball in there. Now, hey, just heads up. I know some of them, when you open them, you roll them, and then you open them. You roll it over and over. But I was checking out this one before we got into it. It says, upon opening, the famous round plastic widget in every can unleashes nitrogen through the beer, creating the creamy head and iconic surge that is distinctively Guinness. Sorry, it's tough for me to read. To best enjoy, open the can and wait a moment for the nitrogen to release. Pour into a glass tilted at 45 degrees, watch the surge and settle, then enjoy. So there you go. Let's get cracking, I guess. I got this one. I've had it for a little while. All right, let's see. All right. We're gonna open it all the way. Just kind of keep an eye on it. See, just a little bit ahead there. We'll give it a second. Let it air out. But yeah, how was everybody's weekend? Mine was pretty eventful, I guess. We did the Friday happy hour, which was fun. Had a pretty good beer, and then I think it was an 8%er, right? Wasn't it? What was the name of that beer? I had the can around here somewhere, and I just chunked it not too long ago. But anyway, and then Saturday, of course, it rained all weekend. Saturday, the granddaughter had a choir performance like downtown. So we're like, okay, let's go downtown our square. It's like the Santa whatever thing. And it was pouring rain. So we're like, okay, so is this thing actually going on? And they're like, yeah, I think so. Let's go. And so at least they're in a gazebo, but everybody else was soaking wet. We rolled over to Three Nations, had a beer, and it was like sitting there having lunch. We had a beer, burger, wrap, some fries and whatnot, and just kind of hung out until it was time to go. And once we rolled over there, it was fun. Oh, I didn't hit the go live yet over there on Instagram. I apologize. Hi, how you doing, Venom? Okay. Glass. We're going to hard pour this baby. And it says 45-degree angle. So I should have got a bigger glass, I think. We're going to watch it move. Look at all that. Oh, yeah. Now you're talking. Woo, maybe a little bit more. Perfect. Nah, not chugging it. But yeah, look at, oh yeah. Love the way it looks. Chug, chug, chug. Yeah, I feel you. We're going to let it sit there for a little bit. Looks amazing. Yeah, we bought I don't know if we bought a sixer of these or whatever. It was during, I think it might have been for the what's it called show, the St. Patty's Day. So this thing's probably been in the fridge for a little while. I don't see the year. Don't see the year on that thing. And it hadn't been in there very, very long. So, what's going on, everybody on X, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, Instagram? Yeah, it's just alcohol. Ain't no big deal. Yeah. Cheers. There you go. Hey, how you doing? Appreciate the sub. Thank you. I guess I'll need another one now. Man, I didn't think I was going to chug it. And then it just tasted so good. Yeah, there you go. It's just so damn good. But yeah, Hop Rat over there on Instagram. How we doing? Cheers, cheers. It's just so creamy. It's so freaking delicious. Now I gotta be that guy that asks for a refill. I'm like, yeah, you mind if I get one more? And I haven't seen her in here yet, so I gotta do something real quick. All right. There we go. Anyways. So yeah, rained Saturday, just nonstop. And then we decided we were going to go out. It was my oldest son. His birthday's in a couple days, but we have to celebrate it the weekend. So we always go out the weekend before. He generally likes going to Top Golf. I mean, it's not like I don't like Top Golf. I just think it's like if you've been there a couple of times, you just don't want to. It's a bit, but they have introduced like new games and things like that. Like, they have Angry Birds and a block party and things like that. So you can go out there and have some fun. If you are a novice beginner, not really good at golf, not really good at swinging a club, you don't want to be on the lower level because it doesn't pick up the ball on the lower level. You have to actually hit it with some gusto, some distance, and things like that. Because there's all these other balls are just laying right there. So now your ball, if you can't get it up off the ground, it's just pinging around and it just takes forever. So, but if you're on the upper deck, like the second level, third level, all you gotta do is just knock it off the top deck, and the gravity will take care of the rest, right? So, well, let me see if I got an okay or a okay. There we go. I did get an okay, so I'm gonna get another beer. All right, Lizzie being in the house, how we doing? Yeah, it's in the door, in the fridge, in the garage. Thank you. And it looks like this. I didn't expect to chug it. I chugged it. Man of the people from time to time. I went ahead and did it. And it was delicious. So anyways, we hung out there for a little while. And I was working on my drive a little bit out there. The drive at golf and the drive out there really just sucked. Like I said, it was raining. We went all the way to Fort Worth. It was like almost a solid hour. But I started noticing I changed my stance up a little bit. And all of a sudden I'm starting to just crank the ball a little bit further. And I'm like, okay, everything feels okay, and I have been hitting the gym a little bit, so my motion and everything like that doesn't feel as constricted or stiff, right? I just feel a little bit more loosey-goosey. It worked out pretty well. I was kind of excited, to be honest with you. So anyhow, did that, had fun. One of the things I am going to talk about is parking. Like, I don't understand. Like, I always have if it's a packed event or something like that, I always seem to run into somebody. Thank you so much, darling. That's it. Yep. I always seem to run into a parking issue. And so as the parking lot's full, I'm like, hey, babe, I'm going to drop you off up front. She doesn't like to be dropped off out front. She goes, no, we'll find a spot. All right, here we go. We're going to number 2. Oh, you hear that nitrate? Yeah, that thing just kind of goes off. And so I'm pulling through the front. I'm like, okay, well, you don't want to get out. Let me go find a spot. We're going to have to walk. Well, anyways, I go 2 spots over. All of a sudden, I notice there's an empty spot, front row Joe, and I'm waiting for this car to pass by, and then I just turn again. I did notice that the car that I had to turn around locked them up immediately. And it was almost like there was a truck that was trying to go. Hold on. My dog here. Come on. Yeah, there you go. And she's got a little cone around her head. Poor little thing. She had to get fixed. Anyways. And then I noticed it's like, okay, so they locked up. So it's like that truck must have been booking. There's another truck on the next aisle over. Must have been booking it to get this spot. And so we just pull right in like it's nothing. I mean, there's no other cars on the spine that we're at. There's nothing really in the way. And then the damn thing kind of pulls around. It like stops behind me. I was like, I mean, we could see where this is going to go if you want. And I was like, I don't get that. Maybe they were just like, oh, geez, whatever. I mean, if they wanted the spot that bad and they were that far away, they should have just, I guess, had someone jump out of the car and go run over there and stand in there. I mean, you've seen the videos before of these people that'll do that. All right, number 2, let's pour it. Got to give it a go. So, yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, looks great. Looks great. Oh, yeah. I just love that look. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. And so, and then they took off. I just kind of sat there and I was like, okay, well, whatever. We were kind of finishing up our conversation. Then we exited the vehicle or whatnot. I was like, okay, I don't know. I had a similar situation happen, I think, if I'm not mistaken, New Year's. So it's been a while. It doesn't happen like every time. But we were looking for a spot. It was a busy night at a casino up in Oklahoma. Cars going up and down each lane or whatever. So there's only like, say, the way their parking is, it's one way. because it's 45-degree angle. 45-degree angle. Just slant, just get in either side, right? So as I'm coming down the lane, I'm like, oh, okay, there's a spot right there. Let me go. All of a sudden, this car slings around and starts hauling balls down, like barreling down at us. Like, I was like, what the hell? This is going the wrong freaking way. So I just casually just pull on into the spot and park. And they stop at the end of the car again. And of course, we, get out and they're like, oh, I guess it's, was it first? It wasn't like something like first come, first serve. It wasn't something like that. But I guess it's like, first one gets, I'm like, well, yeah, you idiot. You're going the wrong damn direction anyways. And I just kind of looked at him like, I was like, you're a moron, and you almost like, you're driving awfully reckless just to get a parking spot. It's not like we were close. We weren't like right up against the building or anything. It wasn't like right there. This was some distance. So this is not like a prize parking area. Oh, look at this. I'm not chugging this one. I'll tell you that. I'm going to enjoy it. So cheers. Happy Sunday to everybody. Yeah, I don't understand the deal. I mean, I get the blinker. I respect the blinker. If I get a car that's waiting there, they've been waiting, they got their little turn signal on, they were the first one there. I don't respect the people who roll up and after there's like other people there and like, or myself, and they slap their blinker like, oh, I'm just going to take it. I'm like, you could do whatever you want to do, and then you're going to leave your car in the parking lot while you're inside with us. That's fine too. But anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, I like seeing those check marks. Anyway, so yeah, decent little weekend today. Slept in. We got home, so we went from let's back up just a hair. Back up just a tiny little hair. So we hang out at Top Golf for a couple hours, have some drinks, hit some golf balls, have some fun, some laughs, some hugs, high fives, low fives, everything in between. Some good food. That is one thing about it. They have some pretty decent grub, bites and stuff like that. And then we were like, all right, well, what do we want to do? Usually if we're like, say in the Colony area, we'll go over to like Dave & Buster's and shut it down, go play some games, screw around, have some more beers, and just have fun. And this time we're like, where are we in Fort Worth? I'm like, well, what do we want to do? Like Randy Rogers was in concert at Billy Bob's. We were down the street from Martin House. We were down the street from the Tub. There was anything and everything. And it wasn't too terribly late. It was like 9 or 10 o'clock. Not late at all. Cidercade came up on the list of what we want to do. I was like, okay, cool. Never been there. I've been to Barcadia. I've been to other arcades that do, because actually that was one of my recommendations. I was like, let's go back towards North Richland Hills because there's an arcade, a retro arcade, if you want to call it that, over there, Electric Starship. And I love going there. On like Friday or Saturday night, they'll have a live band too, like a cover band of some sort. The games are awesome. It's like $10 to get in and play all the games, all free play, right? And the beers, they got craft beers, they got regular beers, they got, soft drinks, they got food, bar food, just bing, bang, boom. They got everything you want, everything you need. Well, anyway, so like, okay, well, I got outvoted. Like, oh, we'll go to Cidercade, no big deal. It's over there in Fort Worth. And I was like, we get in there, looking around, and it says, there's a little sign that says, go check in. I was like, okay, whatever. And then some woman was waving her hands over at the bar area. I was like, okay, well, how you doing? And I'd like, 4 wristbands and let's get some drinks, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, what do you want? I go, I want a Miller Lite. And they're like, we don't have beer. I go, you don't have beer? They're like, no, it's Cidercade. That's the name. It's like, oh, okay, well, I don't drink cider. Just don't. It's packed with sugar. It's terrible for you. So when I actually said that out loud, and I said it out loud, and I go, that's got almost as like, that's more sugar than a damn Coke or whatever. And she goes, oh, Big Red has 60 carbs, but ours has. I go, well, how many do y'all have? And she's like, well, she never finished her sentence. She just stopped. Well, I've had ciders before. We've reviewed ciders before because a buddy of ours gave us a bunch, actually from Cidercade as well, or Bishop Art Cider, Bishop Cider, something like that. And so, hold on real quick. And so it was one of those things where it was like, okay, well, what is it? And she's like, what? She would answer. I was like, what do y'all got here then? You go, I don't want that. I'd rather just have a Coke. Is that cool? And she's like, well, we have Beatbox that they sell for like $10 a drink. My son was like, yeah, it's like $10 for one of those things. He goes, and they put it in a little plastic cup that takes up half. You don't even get the full freaking pour. And so I just went ahead and pulled up Bishop cider, say crackberry, 17 grams of carbs. They're apple pineapple, 30 grams of carbs. So they do have some light ones, but yeah, no, there's just a ton of sugar in it. And I was like, I don't want to have, I don't want all that sugar. I can't handle all that sugar. I don't even drink Cokes. I don't drink Cokes. You know, I drink water, coffee, tea, and beer. That's what I drink. I will have a nice little whiskey or a bourbon every so often, but not very often. Anyhow, but no, once we get past that little thing, and so I got like the Beatbox pink lemonade. This is the most, I'm like, screw it. This is what I'm drinking. And so we're wandering around. When you first walk into the main room, you're just like looking around and going, this is it? This is kind of small. And then you notice a little hallway to the left, and then that takes you into a bigger area, gigantic area. You got pool tables and like, I don't know what else you have. There's things you can like, rent. You give them your ID for Goodwill and things like that. Really cool games, a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs. That's one thing I think we've always done, especially like when all our kids were younger. You go to one of those games that you can race 6 people at once. You know, those NASCAR games. It's been a while. They took those out. They took those out of arcades probably, I don't know, 5 or 6, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And it was the 8 wide. It might have been 8. It was at least 6 because we all used to we all used to race each other, and there's 6 of us. So, and it was a lot of fun. And then of course we did the cruising games. We did some what's the other a handful Mario Kart. We did Mario Kart, but yeah, tons of cool games. Pinball. They had a lot of retro games there as well. So I love playing Miss Pac-Man. I love playing Galaga. I love playing I will go and play some Tekken. I'll play some Street Fighter. Love Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Yeah. Had a freaking blast. The only downside was they just didn't have any beer. And I think I did make that one comment. They're like, well, we do have Blob Beatbox or whatever. And I go, what's that? And they go, wine. I go, you just told me this place is called Cidercade, but you ain't got no beer because it's called Cidercade. Why the hell do you got wine? And so that was my last smart-ass comment, and that was it. But had a blast. We actually shut it down. We ended the night playing. We did the Connect 4 with basketballs, and then funny enough, I did a game-winning shot behind the back at a Connect 4 basketball. Just got to show this kid what's up every so often. But we ended it playing hockey. The table hockey with the bubble on top. And like I said, lots of laughs. We had another pizza there too. They had some good food. It's a good place. Small parking area. So we had to park in the street, but it's right there out front. We got lucky enough. I think the weather helped us out quite a bit. So quite enjoyable. Had a good time. And, but yeah, blast, right? Anyways, I don't know. I said something to piss off the old lady. So I'll tell you this. Once we said goodbye to everybody. Once the door shut, I didn't hear a peep out of her the entire 45-minute drive home. I got to just sit there and listen to music and drive. And it was so freaking amazing. It was awesome. Just me, my thoughts, singing with a little bit of tunes or whatever. I look over at her and make sure, because if she'll fall asleep on you. But you'll know when she's asleep because she's, sawing logs. But anyhow. But yeah, got home. We're like, all right, good night. Love you. Bedtime. We beat the kids home. The other kids that are here, they stayed up quite a little bit later. But we slept in. Tilly woke us up at 8 o'clock. Luckily, my wife got up with her, took her outside. They came back inside. We slept some more. And, pretty much made it all the way up until 11 o'clock. I was like, I'm not, right now, my weekends are so chill. I'm so busy during the week that during the weekend, I want to just relax. I just want to chill. I want to sleep in. Now, I have been getting up early and doing a lot of work around the house, chopping wood, things like that. But I tell you, it was nice. It was superb to just sit there and sleep. And I woke up with a little bit of anxiety. It happens from time to time and then I start kind of tossing and turning. Can't shut my brain off. And I'm just like, just go to sleep, dude. Just go back to sleep. We're not getting up. We're not going for the jog. We're not going to do it. We're not chopping. We're not doing it. We're not doing anything today. We're going to get up, check our lineups, make our picks, go hit the couch, NFL Red Zone for 7 hours. You know, we're like 6.5, and then call it a day. That's what we're doing. So, and that's what I did. I did do some prints. My wife did make some shirts, some jerseys, some cups and other things like that she had to get out. But ultimately, yeah, ordered some wings. Luckily, the daughter-in-law was here. She made breakfast, so we got to have some bacon and eggs. I made me a little. I was gonna make me a BELT. It's called a belt. It's like a BLT, but with an egg. But we didn't have any tomatoes, so I scrapped it. Just made a bacon, egg, and cheese little sandwich. Very nice, very nice. So cheers, everybody. I don't think I've taken a pull off of this yet. So here we go. Yes, indeed. All right. So if you don't know what we're having Guinness Draught Draft. I don't know what the deal is. All right. So aroma, you'll have hints of roasted coffee and chocolate. Appearance, dark ruby red with creamy head. Taste, smoothly balanced with a bittersweet and roasted notes. It's only 4.2% alcohol by volume, 125 calories, 9.4 carbs, 0 fat on that. Ingredients, water, malted barley, roasted barley, hops, nitrogen, yeast. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, I am going to go over to Untapped. This is one of the most checked-in beers in the world. 3.37 million total. Just a hair under a million unique, right? So these people are definitely drinking, if they're checking in Guinnesses, they're doing it multiple times. So 997,709 unique. Monthly, 12,316. 4.2% alcohol by volume. We talked about that. 45 IBUs, average score 377 out of 890,784 ratings. And then here's the description. Swirling clouds tremble as the storm begins to calm. Settle, breathe in the moment, then break through the smooth light head to the bitter sweet reward. Unmistakably Guinness, from the first velvet sip to the last lingering drop, and every deep, dark, satisfying mouthful in between. Pure beauty, pure Guinness. Guinness Draught is sold in kegs, widget cans, and bottles. ABV varies from 1.1 to 4.3. Guinness Extra Cold is the exact same beer, only served, though, through a super cooler at 3.5 Celsius. So there you go. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Cheers. We do have to look at NFL. I think it's wrapped up at this point. This week, I'm going to talk about it as we close out the show. We're going to keep it smooth, easy tonight. But Monday, I'm probably going to do the SB Fantasy Football. It's going to be the Sunday Studs, Monday Miracles. And then Tuesday, we're in Vegas. Be there for a day. Get back on Wednesday morning about like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I don't know if we're going to do the show yet. We're leaving it up in the air at the moment. We don't know. Do not know. All right. Yeah, everything's final. Oh, the Bills made it close. Oh, buddy. Oh, God. So we had 6 teams on bye weeks this week. Let's get going. Let's get cracking. Obviously, the Lions took care of the Packers. Close game, 34-31. I mean, the Lions are the dirtiest team in the league. It's God almighty. Is there anything else to say about them? Steelers defeat the Browns at home. The Steelers are at home. Browns are on the road. 27-14 was your final. Saints and Giants have a head-flicking contest. Giants at home. Saints beat them 14-11. Dolphins and Jets, 32-26. It took overtime. It was a fun game to watch. Not at first. The first half, you're like wondering what the hell's going on with the Dolphins, but they right the ship in the second half, push it to overtime. Tua to Jonnu Smith all the way down the field. I mean, like 2 or 3 passes. Did he catch 2 or 3 on that final drive? And then the touchdown? Either way, Dolphins win 32-26. Upset of the day, Jaguars. That's not the upset of the day. But the Jaguars, Titans, Jaguars are on the road. They defeat the Titans 10-6 in just a lackluster, pitiful, pathetic game of 2 teams that aren't going anywhere. Vikings curb stomp, double up the Falcons. Vikings were at home. Falcons were on the road, 42-21. I think Jordan Addison had 3 touchdown catches. Jefferson had 2. And obviously Sam Darnold threw all 5. So a big day for them against a struggling Falcons team that is in absolute disarray. Don't know what's going to happen for them. Season goes on, or next year, to be honest with you. The Eagles somehow beat the Panthers 22-16. Eagles were at home. They're in Philly. They're 14-point favorites. and they can barely dispatch the Panthers. The Panthers are actually looking pretty good. I'm glad. Bucks take care of the Raiders in Tampa Bay, 28-13. Seahawks on the road. This was kind of an upset. I think the Cardinals were favorites, if I'm not mistaken, just by a point or two. Nothing crazy, but yeah, Cardinals lose 18-30. Seahawks put up 30 points against the Cardinals on the road to take care of business. Niners 38-13, hosting the Bears. Bears don't score till I think the fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken. And that's on 2 Romo Dunze touchdowns. Just nothing brewing. I mean, the Bears suck. That's it. Bears suck. And, yeah, I mean, it's going to take Caleb Williams another year or so to kind of get his feet wet and to, they had a super soft schedule in the beginning, and now they're playing good teams. 49ers were a Super Bowl contender at the beginning of the season. I don't know what they are right now. I don't know. We're going to look at rankings in a minute. And then the Rams, here's your upset of the day. Bills come to town. Rams put up 42 points on the Bills at home. Bills score 42, make a game out of it towards the end. 44-42 final. An absolute barn burner. I mean, 86 points. Are you kidding me? 86 points. And then here coming up in about 25 minutes, you got the Chargers going to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Monday night, you got Bengals and Cowboys here in Arlington. I don't know. We're not going to the game because we got to get up early tomorrow or on Tuesday. So I've got Bovada up. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the game tonight. You have the Chargers. They're getting 4.5 points in Kansas City. The money line right now, Kansas City negative 230, plus 190 for the Chargers. I think it's going to be a pretty fun game to watch, to be honest with you. I think it is going to be a fun game. Over-under set at 43, kind of low. I don't know where this it's not that low. You're talking 22 to 21 or something like that. You know what I mean? But that seems kind of high, especially when the Bills and Rams just dropped 80 freaking points. I definitely feel the over on this. I feel the Chiefs are going to win. Don't worry, because the refs will find a way. If you don't believe me, watch the game, and then we'll talk. On the last drive, when Mahomes needs to get a tutty, the Chiefs need that touchdown to win, you're going to see some questionable calls. Anyhow, should be a fun game to watch, like I said. And then Bengals, Cowboys, no one really cares. Cowboys have beaten 2 terrible teams. I think I have the Bengals picked for this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas wins. I would not be surprised. Bengals have looked terrible defensively this year, giving up a ton of points. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, Gesicki, they have put this team on their freaking back, and it doesn't matter how many points they score, they'll never be enough because the defense is going to give up another touchdown. That's how it goes. We got fantasy alerts coming across here. It's my cousin picking up somebody. So, yeah, there you go. And you know what? Let's look at the standings as it sits right now, this very moment, at 6:56 p.m. Central Time in Dallas, Texas. The Bills are still atop the East. They've already won the division, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, clinched division. Their division sucks. They're the only team above 500. The AFC East sucks. They're 10-3 now. Dolphins 6-7. Jets and Patriots are done. It's over. AFC West, Chiefs are 11. I'll move this back over here so I can look at you gorgeous people. Chiefs are 11-1. They've wrapped up at least a wild card at the moment. I think a win tonight would push them to the division. Should. No, I don't. Yes, I think it would. I think it gives them a clinch. So they're 11-1. Chargers 8-4. Broncos 8-5. They're the surprise. They're looking great. It's fun to watch the Broncos play. Raiders, 2-11. They suck. AFC North, Steelers somehow just keep winning. I don't know, man. They're 10-3. I don't know. They're 5-1 at home. They're 5-2 on the road. They're on a 2-game winning streak. I don't know. Ravens, I thought were going to run away with this division this year. They're 8-5. Bengals are 4-8. They've lost some impossible amount of games. Scoring, there's some stat out there where they've scored more than 35 points, but somehow they've lost every freaking one of those games. Browns 3-10. They're done. They're over. It's over. AFC South. Texans have now started to kind of pull away, right? They're 8-5. There's no other team above 500. Colts 6-7. Jags and Titans, they're both done. 3-10. Over. I think Texans win this division. Obviously, I don't think the Colts can. Maybe if Richardson starts. AR-15. If he gets his act together, buddy, maybe. NFC East did the okay. So the Eagles clinched a wild card today. They're 11-2. Commanders are 8-5. Cowboys 5-7. Giants 2-11. They're done. Cowboys, I've been saying they're done for weeks now because it really doesn't even matter. They should have just tanked, and instead they're beating bad teams. I mean, they beat Washington. I'll say that. Washington's a good team, but Washington ain't good against good teams. So I don't know. However you want to read into that. But yeah, Eagles should win the division. There's no threat out there. Eagles. NFC West, Seahawks 8-5, Rams 7-6, Cardinals 6-7, 49ers 6-7. Seahawks are on a 4-game winning streak. Rams 2-game winning streak. Niners won today. Cardinals have lost 3 in a row. Cardinals ain't winning this division. It's going to be I can't even call it because I've been saying the Niners all year. Here come the Rams. They just beat the Bills. Seahawks 8-5. They're somehow winning. They're 5-1 away. They're 3-4 at home. They suck at home, but they're good on the road. Don't get it. I'm going to leave that one open. I don't know who's going to win that division. NFC North, the Lions, they clinched a wild card yet. They haven't won the division yet because the Vikings. All right, so the Lions are 12-1. They're on an 11-game winning streak. Vikings are 11-2 on a 6-game winning streak. Packs at 9-4. Bears 4-9. I've been saying they're done for weeks. They are done. It's over. They've lost 7 in a row. They suck. It is what it is. We've talked about the potential playoff positions or whatever. You know what? Let me go ahead and get that. There we go. Because we're going to talk about it again. And we'll talk about it again next week. But I did want to bring it up. And we do have the college playoff that we need to talk about as well. It'll be quick. Don't worry. Quick, painless, nothing but fun. So, Lions are going to win this division. I think the Vikings are frauds. I don't mean that disrespectively either. I do not mean it like that. I'm just saying they just look good against whatever teams, and then they just can't beat. If you can't beat the Lions, you're not going to win, right? You're not going to win the NFC if you can't beat the Lions. They can't beat the Lions. Then you go to the NFC South. It's a S show. One team's above 500. It's the Bucs. They're 7-6. Falcons 6-7. Saints 5-8. Panthers 3-10. Panthers. Maybe next year. Saints suck. God. And I remember we were already crowning them champions. Like they're going to win the South. They looked amazing. They came in just bulldozing, and then that was week 2, week 3, and then it was like, nah, they're done. They're done. So there's only 2 teams in the NFC who clinch wild cards. That's the Eagles and the Lions. Yeah, Falcons, they've lost 4 in a row. It's over. We were talking about how great the Lions or the Falcons were going to be, and guess what? No, they suck too. So let's take a look at the playoff picture real quick, and this is according to the NFL.com/standing/playoff picture. I don't think it's changed a whole lot. Obviously, even the AFC, Chiefs and Bills are in. NFC, Lions and Eagles are in. You got in the hunt here, Steelers, Texans, Chargers, Ravens, Broncos. So, obviously, the Chiefs will get a bye. Bills would play the Broncos in round 1. I would assume the Bills would win. They can win at home. They're hoping for a snowstorm, but then again, Broncos are definitely they can play in that kind of condition. Steelers would take on the Ravens. I mean, I've been saying Ravens they beat the Ravens. They can beat the Ravens. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that matchup, but let me go ahead and give it to the Steelers for somehow pulling it out. Then you would have the Texans and Chargers. I think the Texans would outclass I think the Chargers will outclass the Texans, even though the Chargers will S the bed whenever chance they get, and so can the Texans. I don't think either one are going to win the NFC, or excuse me, the AFC. I think it's going to be the Bills or the Chiefs. Outside dark horse, it's not even an outside chance. Steelers would be I think an alternative to that. So one of the top 3 teams are going to win this division or the conference. Excuse me, I apologize. Got to slow down talking. All right. So obviously Lions will get a bye. Eagles, they would play the Commanders. They should take care of the Commanders. Commanders aren't good against good teams. Then you have the Pack and the Seahawks. I don't trust the Seahawks. I like the Packers. Give me the Packers. And then Bucks and Vikings. I think it's going to be a fun game. Bucks, baby. Bucks. Even though Sam Darnold looked good today. He looked good today. He really did. He looked damn good. So, all right, there's your NFL news or NFL updates and things like that. Obviously, the college football playoff bracket was released. We can actually look at that. Arizona State gets a bye. Then you have number 5 Texas versus number 12 Clemson. Obviously, I think Texas is going to win that game. Then they'll have to play Arizona. I think Texas can beat Arizona. Let's be honest. Arizona State, I should say. Not Arizona. Arizona State. You have Tennessee at number 9 going up against Ohio State at number 8. The winner of that gets to play Oregon, who has a bye. Give me Tennessee, I guess. Tennessee. And then they lose to Oregon. SMU made it. Congratulations. It's awesome seeing them get in there, even though they got throttled in the ACC championship. They're going to go against Penn State, and the winner of that gets to play Boise. I don't know. I don't know about this game. I don't trust either team to do what they're supposed to do. I mean, maybe the home team, maybe Penn State, right? I don't know. Penn State's a 8.5-point favorite. I meant to mention OSU is a 7-point favorite, and Texas is an 11-point favorite. This is what you get when you expand into a bracket like this for college football. Massive, massive point differentials. So anyways, and then you have, like I said, Boise State. I think they're going to dispatch SMU or Penn State. I don't think it matters. And then you have Georgia. They're number 2 seed. They get a bye. And then you have Indiana and Notre Dame. Notre Dame's an 8-point favorite at the moment. I really don't care about this game. I don't know. I just don't care. I don't think either team has a chance of winning the Natty. And you have to go through Georgia. So, yeah. It's going to be – I wouldn't be shocked if this somehow you have Texas and Georgia going back at it again. I would not be shocked. I don't know. What do you think? Wouldn't be shocked? Tell me. Who do you think is going to the Natty? And we'll talk more as these games progress. Let me see. Okay. I was like, man, I got a text message or whatever, but yeah, it's from my wife. Anyhow. But yeah, that's it. That's your week. That's your weekend roundup right there. It's 7:04. We're about to go over there and check out the Sunday night game with the Chargers and Chiefs. Looking forward to it. I'm going to get my ass up bright early tomorrow, get my butt to work, and then hopefully go to bed at a decent time tomorrow because, like I said, we're going to Vegas. I think here's the – I don't know. Alan hasn't told me if he's going or not. His ticket's paid for. It's just sitting there. I'm just kind of – if he shows at the airport, he shows at the airport. If he doesn't, he doesn't. No big deal. No one cares. Oh, I mean, we care because we want to go with our friend. But if he doesn't show up, we're still going. Here's the plan if we go and it's with Alan. We're going to get off the plane, breeze through. We don't have to, obviously no bags, nothing like that. We're only going for a day. We'll catch a cab or a Uber over to Denny's next to MGM. We'll grab breakfast, maybe a little something. Right next to that's Red Dot or whatever you call it. It's a liquor store. So we usually pick up a couple Miller Lights or Claws or whatever we're drinking that day. Then we'll keep her moving. We'll just start walking. We'll head up the strip. You know, we'll go by, was it Bally's, Paris, you know, Harris on it. Oh no, Harris is on it. Harris, everything. Just kind of go down. We're going to walk, a lot of walking. But there is a couple things that I want to see. There is a couple things that I want to do. Like MGM Grand now has a, like a putt-putt thing there, like an adult putt-putt thing. It's pretty cool. Looks awesome. I've seen videos of it. Very interested in it. Maybe go poke around and see. I mean, we've gone to Topgolf out there before, like me and Alan and Craig. When we went out there to meet up with him and his friends, we ended up at Topgolf, hanging out in the afternoon time, just having beers. And that's a pretty cool Topgolf. I recommend going there during the spring, summertime. They have a big old pool. You don't have to pay to get in. You can kind of just go up there and loiter all day if you want. I don't know about loitering, but you're going to have you some drinks, have you some food. They got you know, a bunch of things you can do up there if you're not, if it takes a while to get a bay or you don't want to get a bay. Like I said, pool, bags, all kinds of games, fun. It's a good time. It really is. It is kind of a walk from MGM because MGM's a big property. The Grand, it's a long walk. I suggest just getting a cab. Just take me, please. But I expect to make my way all the way up to, so for like lunch, I plan on having White Castle. Got to, have to, must have, got to have. Make my way up all the way up to like the Wynn and Encore. Now, there are a couple casinos a little bit farther north. There are some breweries there. I don't think we're going to get involved with those. And then we'll make our way, you know, south. And we'll cross over, catch a cab, whatever, to, what's that one that's right there on the edge? It's like the Buccaneers thing. Or what is it called? It's called something. Oh, Stars Calgary just started. What is it? Hold on. Now I got to look. Because now I'm quite intrigued here. What the hell's the name of it? It's not the Strat Club, Rio. That's too high in north. That's not the Strip. Hold on. There's the Strip. Okay. It's right. Treasure Island. There you go. So I'll go across Treasure. I love going through Treasure Island One, they have a CVS right there inside the casino. You can pick up some beers for cheap, like $2 or $3. Tall ones are 25 ounces. And then you kind of just make your way down. What the hell's going on here? Oh, yeah, there it goes. And the problem is this is what sucks. The Mirage is not there anymore. It's under construction. It's like it sucks. I hate that I won't be able to be there again. Now, Lizzie and I did get to go. We rolled over there, I believe, the last day trip we went, or it was when I went for my birthday. One of the two. Loved it. And then, I don't know what we're going to do. Haven't heard. I haven't got my marching orders, as I like to say. But we're definitely going to hit all the casinos. Got to pick up I got to go to Caesars, obviously. But, we hit up MGM Properties, and we hit up the Wynn. We're going, she's bringing a friend, so we might do the Link. Is it the Link with the bar that rotates around? It's like the one from England, right? From London. What the hell is that thing called? Is it called the Link? It might be called the Link. I don't know. But I want to go there. Looks cool. But, it's just for a quick little trip, little day trip. Hit it. Get out of there. We leave here in Dallas about, I think, 7 a.m. And then, so Lizzie's in there. She's listening. So go there. Leave here about 6 or 7, one of the two. Sleep on the plane. It's a 3-hour flight. Land, wake up, let's go. Get some breakfast, get something in our stomachs. Start walking, start drinking, and just people watching, having fun. I am bringing. I'm always listening. I am bringing the microphone, so I don't know if maybe we'll do a little bit. We'll ask people questions. If Alan goes, maybe we'll do 5 questions with Alan with some people in front of Bellagio or something like that. So, but we're definitely hitting Bellagio. Definitely hit up Caesars. Then we'll make our way all the way south because I'll be honest with you, I love the south end of the Strip. I like to stay at Mandalay Bay or Luxor, and because there's was it Mandalay Bay, Luxor, and Excalibur are all connected indoors. So you can walk through 3 casinos. You can change limits at your tables in all 3 casinos. Luxor is cool, though. I like hanging out in the Luxor. I really do. Met a lot of cool people out there. Excalibur is just kind of like, it's a bit much. When we first started going to Vegas, like 20 years ago, we stayed there a couple times because it was so cheap. But now it's like, when we go, we stay wherever they give us comps. So, and that's something that, like, if you guys and gals have never been there, sign up for players cards, especially if you like to gamble, even if you like playing like penny slots and things like that. And if you like betting, gambling, sports betting and things like that, sign up for the players card. Make sure you attach it to your app on your phone. And like if you make a bet, if you're playing or whatever, you have that players card in there. And, you'll get some comps. You'll get some free rooms and stuff like that. And it's fun. It's good. So should I don't know. Maybe, right? Let's see what's going on. 7-Eleven, I got to go. All right, I'm going to chug this thing. So you're going to hear some moment of silence there. There you go. Did I give Beer Advocate? Beer Advocate, 82 is their average, is their score. Average of 3.6, 2,500 reviews, 8,800 ratings. Got added February 2nd, 2001. For me, it's a thumbs up. I love a Guinness. If you can get it, I'll tell you, my favorite place to get a Guinness is in Lower Manhattan in New York. That was my favorite place to ever have one. It was the best one ever poured, the best one I've ever had. And now I did check it out at and I had Yinglings there as well, and I was like super blown away. I was like, oh my God, they have. Listen, we finally got Yinglings down here in Texas a couple years ago. I think like 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. So, but there's some Irish pubs out there. They're off of, what is the name of that? Hold on. I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on. You can always see them because they're always on the side roads. They're on the roads that are moving east to west, right? And you kind of poke your head down and you see that flag sticking out there, and you're like, okay, that's it. Okay, we're going to head that way. So was it O'Donoghue's? Nah, that's in Times Square. That might be a little too close, but there was one that was like, I've been there. That was a fun one. It was fun. It was packed. if I'm not mistaken. But when we first got there, we went to one that was like upstairs. You could walk upstairs. Everything's like nice, close, intimate. The bathrooms are tiny, you know, all this kind of stuff. So, but yeah, get yourself a Guinness, get it off tap, get it from a bartender that knows how to pour a Guinness, and you're gonna have a damn good beer. All right, you know what? I gotta go. I'm RD. I'm out of here. I hope to see you tomorrow night. If not, have a beautiful week and a great time. Catch you now. Bye.